Yo, what is going on, you guys? bashtianygo here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with one of the most exciting decks that I picked up in a very long time. You guys know I do not a really big fan of fusion decks because they just hurt my brain for whatever reason it might be, but I've absolutely loved playing with this. The Chimera branded deck is definitely the sauce. Not just the sauce competitively, casually, it is also an extremely budget way to go ahead and play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game that we know and love. So why is this so good for budget players? You can build the entire deck for very, very low price of probably around 60-70 bucks. Let's just be real, that's the same price as around you would get a AAA game for your PS5 or Nintendo Switch, right? The only thing that, of course, is going to run you a few bucks up the ladder a little bit is going to be your Guardian Chimeras, which you guys are going to need. I already ordered them online. They haven't come in just yet. There's a few cards I'm missing, but I promise you guys it's going to be the best way to go ahead and play this this deck. So, without further ado, guys, I want to go ahead and get into it. So, guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe down below for more budget and competitive deck profiles and discussions and box openings and product openings and all that type of fun stuff. Top 10s, tier list, all that kind of fun stuff we have on the channel, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe in for it. So, I'm going to start off with the monsters first, guys. So, first we got 3 copies of Cornfield Quaddle. Absolutely amazing card. Actually, you can go ahead and discard itself to go ahead and search you out a illusion monster. So, you go ahead and get your, or not illusion monster, is another card that mentions Chimera Fusion, so obviously really good. With it, you're going to search out your Mirror Knight. Now, Mirror Knight and Cornfield Quaddle both have amazing additional effects as well, where Quaddle says when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card you control while you control a Chimera, the flying mythical beast. Quick effect, you can banish this card from your hand, from your field or graveyard, I should say, to negate the effect, and if you do, destroy that card. And Mirror Swords Knight has the additional effect when a monster your opponent controls activates an effect while again you control Chimera, the flying mythical beast. You can banish this card from your field or graveyard to negate that effect. So this absolutely amazing, has that versatility, protects you from targeting and then protects you again from any type of monster effects. So next we play 2 copies of Gazelle, King of Mythical Claws, and 2 copies of the brand new Baphomet, not the original Baphomet. These are just placeholders. The new Baphomet, guys, I forget what it's called. I think it's like Big Wing, the Baphomet, whatever it might be. The brand new one essentially just came out of Dune. For some reason, this is like impossible to find in San Antonio, so please forgive the proxy. But you're gonna want to play 2 and 2. 3 and 3 is too cloggy. This is gonna be a level 5 monster for you guys. So summoning this guy out normally is not gonna be an option for you. What you are gonna do, Mirror Knight has an effect, so you can go ahead and send this to the graveyard from your field to go ahead and special summon either the Baphomet or the Gazelle from your deck. You're always going to want to special summon the Baphomet because Baphomet lets you search the Gazelle from your deck to your hand, and also lets you search a Chimera Fusion from deck to hand. That is a +2 if you want to think about it mathematically. So, other monsters to play, 2 copies of Fallen Out Albaz. I've seen individuals want to play this at 1. I think that's just incorrect. 2 is definitely going to be the best way to do it. And also for us budget players, these are commons from the structure deck. So really not much needed here. Really, really good, of course. You need Fallen Out Albaz to be able to go into the Rindbrum. And Rindbrum's going to allow you to go ahead and send not just Fallen Out Albaz, but also the Mythical Claws from your deck to the graveyard, which pretty much gets your engine going. And then I also play 2 copies of Edgem Chain because we do run the Fright Fur package in here, guys. And that's to add consistency and make sure that we're always seeing some way to fuse with either Polymerization or our Chimera Fusions. So that is going to be it for the engine monsters. Now for the hand traps, we do play 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. There are common versions available of this. Really not necessary to go anything too crazy. Also, I got these parallel rare from the Mega Pack, in case you like shiny or cardboard. Again, for budget players out there, I mean, very, very inexpensive as well. Jordan Lockbird, you may want to pick up sooner rather than later. These have gone up in price to like $2-3 bucks each. For the rares, you play Effect Veiler as well, and then I am also playing 3 copies of Nibiru. For right now, I'm testing it out, but I am starting to see a little bit more success with Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. So in the event you want to go ahead and try that one out as well, it's also going to be really, really good. And the reason why we're playing so many hand traps, guys, is because the amount of draw power that comes with this deck is absolutely just ridiculous. You're going to be drawing a lot of cards with Guardian Chimera, searching a whole bunch of cards with your with your Chimera packages, which means that your deck thinning, essentially you're deck thinning more and more and more, getting more of your engine into your hand, which means for turn you're going to be drawing hand traps, off guarding Chimera. If you pop 1, draw 2, you're going to be drawing hand traps, and so on and so forth. But why specifically? I want to make sure that we are playing Ash and Droll, guys. I'll get to in just a little bit. For their fusion cards, we played 3 copies of Branded Fusion, 3 copies of Branded Chimera, still waiting for that third one to come in, and 2 copies of Polymerization. Nothing too crazy, guys, to see here. You are going to want to maximize on the Chimera Fusion and the Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion, of course, to be able to go ahead and access the engine, and 3 Chimera Fusion, of course, to access the main engine, which is the Chimera stuff. Also, Chimera Fusion has an amazing ability to where if you control the Chimera King of the Mythical Beast on your field, which the fusions are treated as, you get to go ahead and add this back to your hand during your main phase, and then reset it to go ahead and activate it and fuse during your opponent's main phase as well. And that's how you make Guardian Chimera on your opponent's turn to either pop or draw 1 or 2. Next, you play 2 copies of Fright for Patchwork for consistency. This allows you to urge to add to your hand an Edge Imp along with a Polymerization from your deck to your hand. So this searches Polymerization. That's good enough for me. And for the last 4 cards of the deck, we played 3 copies of Crossout Designator and 1 copy of Called by the Grave. This right here is the main reason why we are also playing Droll and Lockbird. It is a double purpose, essentially. So Droll and Lockbird seeing a lot of heightened play in their most recent format, just because Purelli is going to be a pain, Manadium is going to be a pain, Dark World's ridiculous, what's it called, what's the deck that just won Worlds? Dragon Link's going to be actually ridiculous, and this puts a stop to a lot of what those decks can actually do. So it is fantastic as a defensive weapon, or offensive weapon in that aspect as well, but as a defensive weapon as well. Cross-Eyed Designator, in the event that you do get Drolled, it does hurt this deck quite a bit if you get Drolled on a search off of your Coatl, because then you'll just be left with a Sword Knight in your hand and not be able to do much with it. So this being able to go ahead and hit, that's absolutely huge. Or have Cross-Eyed Designator if your Branded Fusion gets ashed, that we can go ahead and activate Crossout Designator, and you don't have to worry about that, essentially. So that's why I think it's really going to be essential to make sure you're playing these 4 copies. Go ahead and play around any hand trap that may be detrimental to the strategy. So that's going to be it for the main deck, guys. Even 40 cards. Now onto the extra deck. This is where I'm missing 6 cards in the extra deck, so don't judge me too hard. First of all, it's going to be 2 copies of Chimera, the King of the Phantom Beasts, and then 1 copy of Chimera, the Illusion Beast. So Illusion Beast is an extremely underrated card. So basically it's 3100 attack, 2800 defense, so already bigger stats than the ultra rare Chimera. But this card's absolutely ridiculous, right? So this card can attack monsters a number of times each battle phase, up to the number of materials used for it, because it's 1+ illusion monsters. So that's already really good. If this card battles a monster, neither monster is destroyed by that battle, but at the end of this damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can change that opponent's attack to 0 and negate its effect. So obviously an incredibly strong effect to be able to run over any of your opponent's monsters. So your opponent has 3 monsters, you have 3 monsters, you just attack with this card 3 times. You're not going to get destroyed in the event that your opponent's monsters are a higher attack. And then you can go ahead and make all their attacks 0, and then attack with your other 2 monsters, and you're pretty much attacking directly at that point. That's going to be 3 cards of the extra deck. Then 1 Magnum, the Reliever, absolutely broken card that came out of Dune as well. So really cool. Then for our what's it called? Branded packages, 1 Mirror Jade, 1 Lubellion, 1 Albion. I do play 1 Predaplant and 1 Mud Dragon for those awkward hands where we don't really know what to go into, very honestly. So the no, Predaplant does have a lot of utility. Mud Dragon is kind of just there just in case I have an awkward hand, but I still need to fusion summon or to plus off of the materials getting sent. So that's going to be huge. And then I do play the 1 Cross Sheep as well, because we have fusions, and Cross Sheep plus is absolutely insane off fusion. So if you guys don't know, fusion summon, you get special summon a level 4 lower monster from your graveyard, as long as you have this pointing at a fusion monster. So that's going to be it for the cards that I have. Cards that I am missing, I do play 3 Guardian Chimera in the extra deck. Now for us budget players, this may be of course a little bit pricey for our end. I want to say if even you can go ahead and trade for them, I definitely would. But if you want to start off with 1 or 2 Guardian Chimera, that is still perfect. As long as you have 1 to go into your turn 1 play, or turn 2 play on your opponent's turn, just to go ahead and pop whatever they have, is going to be absolutely worth it each and every single time you activate Chimera Fusion to go into it. But there have been a lot of games where I actually go into 3 Guardian Chimera, so I definitely want to go ahead and maximize that, play it at 3. Another card that is not showing on here is 2 copies of the Rinbrum. So Rinbrum is a essential part of this of this deck, mainly because it takes 1 Fallen Albaz and 1 Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster. So that is how we get Gazelle to the graveyard to go ahead and access that part of our engine. So the 6 cards that are missing are essentially 1 more of the Guardian Chimera, 3 Guardian Chimera, 1 more of the Chimera King of Phantom Beast, and then 2 Rinbrum, the Striking Dragon, and you have a complete extra deck as well. Honestly, guys, I think this is extremely fun deck. I've been having a lot of fun playing it on yugioh Pro. If you guys want to see like combo tutorials, or if you guys just want to see test hands with this deck, just to see what the deck can overall do, or if you guys want to see it on live duels, let me know in the comment section down below so I can go ahead and see what I can get for you guys. But honestly, I've had a lot of fun with this deck. Like I said, I think it's very easy to learn, easy to manage for new players as well, and can be extremely budget as well, depending on what you're going for. But I mean, that's in the eye of the beholder, if you will. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.